Today is a great day for naval aviation, and there have been many great days for naval aviation lately. One occurred last December. We stood right here in this hangar and officially established Fleet Logistics Multi-Mission Squadron 30, VRM 30, the Navy's first ever CMV-22 squadron. In February of this year, shortly after our F-35C squadron, the first one, VFA 147, based in Lemoore, achieved safe for flight status, we officially declared the F-35C initial operational capability. They achieved their IOC. Together, both of these game-changing capabilities will simultaneously join our carrier fleet and deploy together on board USS Carl Vinson. And they're going to be joined by the most advanced E-2, the E-2 Delta, based in Point Mugu, which, along with exquisitely enhanced airborne command and control capability, will soon add an aerial refueling capability, which will greatly improve on-station time and lethality. Hey, if that weren't enough, just weeks ago, the MQ-25, the Navy's unmanned carrier-based tanker and intelligence, reconnaissance, and surveillance aircraft, had its first ever flight and is on the fast track to join the fleet. When the Carl Vinson Carrier Strike Group deploys with the CMV-22 and the F-35C, that strike group's going to be directly supported by another new airplane, the Triton, an unmanned long-endurance maritime surveillance platform that begins operating out of Guam next month, immediately after we declare that system early operational capability, or EOC. With much fanfare, at the end of last month, 30 September, naval aviation surged to reach an historic milestone: 379 mission-capable Super Hornets and 105 mission-capable Growlers, with every single fleet squadron achieving 80% mission-capable rate. So why do I say all this and tie all this at a stand-up of a CMV-22 wing? Well, if you haven't noticed, naval aviation readiness is peaking, and the air wing of the future is coming, and it's coming to a theater near you soon, because the aircraft carrier remains the centerpiece of naval power. Carrier strike groups bring unparalleled combat power to the fight. No other weapon system, either in existence or on the drawing board, has the responsiveness, the endurance, the battle space awareness, and the command and control capabilities of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, its embarked air wing, and its accompanying ships. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, their ability to hide and maneuver make them the most survivable airfields in the world. And we are in an era of great power competition where we operate our powerful Navy to ensure that we win without fighting. Specifically, we operate forward such that when an adversary wakes up every single day and looks off their coastline, they see a lethal and ready United States Navy. And they say to themselves, today's not the day to pick a fight. Now, we man, train, and equip our Navy to be ready to win our nation's wars. And the carrier's role in the high-end fight is key to winning. We must be ready to win the high-end fight by effectively operating and sustaining agile, flexible, and capable naval forces forward. As our adversaries evolve, so much our ships, our aircraft, our training, and our tactics. That evolution requires increased agility and capability in the aircraft that sustain our carriers at sea. Enter the CMV-22, conducting the carrier on-board delivery mission. Now, that mission has played a pivotal role for our carriers and their air wings ever since the first TBM Avenger was modified for that purpose back in World War II. Since 1965, the C-2 Greyhound has performed magnificently. But this renewed era of great power competition requires updated capabilities, enhanced agility, and a 24/7 capacity. The CMV-22 is not only part of our future, it's part of our now. And that now is going to be provided in every subsequent squadron that transitions. A critical element of standing up a new aircraft type wing is the work and development that goes into defining the operating practices and procedures for an entire community. There's been a lot of heavy lifting done between countless groups: the E2C2 wing, the V-22 Fleet Introduction Team, all the engineer support at Naval and the program office, our resource sponsors in the Pentagon, the Marine Corps, and our current VRM cadre, along with our industry partners. All have played vital roles in establishing a new community and getting us to this point. And we in the Navy, we don't have the experience of landing a fixed-wing aircraft vertically on the decks of a carrier. So we've leveraged the knowledge of the HSC community as well as the Marine Corps, who have been operating the V-22 for over a decade, to ensure that we have the right techniques and procedures in place to safely conduct this very important mission. In fact, pilots and aircrew from VRM-30 continue to train with the Marine Corps and are conducting carrier qualification flights on a regular basis. All of this training and work is required to be ready for that first CMV-22 deployment in FY21 that the Commodore mentioned. The next step is what we're doing here today, standing up the type wing that will establish the standard operating procedures and will oversee the man, train, and equip functions that ensure squadrons, sailors, and their families are ready, always. The VRM wing. We all know that ultimately nothing happens without inspirational leadership and amazing sailors. Leaders of character, courage, and competence at every level to ensure we are ready for any fight. That's why we chose Dewan Cheney, Chainsaw Cheney, to be the very first VRM Commodore. You are the right man to lead us in a new era of naval aviation. You are hand-selected by me to lead this wing, and I know you are ready for this responsibility, as you are no stranger to transitions and bringing new capabilities to the fleet. I mean, most people, even though I did fly off the Midway, but maybe you fly one, maybe two aircraft in your career. This is going to be your fourth gray aircraft. SH-60 Bravo, the CH-46 Delta, MH-60 Sierra, and the CMV-22. You also commanded HSC-23 and proved yourself when we introduced another new capability, the MQ-8 Fire Scout, and all of what it brings to the West Coast HSC community, and you led them to a successful deployment on USS Coronado. And I'm confident, fully confident, in your skills, your leadership, and your judgment. Now, naval aviation, hey, it's a family business. And serving by your side is a remarkable Navy family. Keisha, you've stood beside Chainsaw for the last 21 years, holding down and organizing the home front through multiple deployments, family moves, all while actively keeping involved in family readiness groups, Naval Officer Spouse Clubs, and multiple military volunteer organizations. And a special shout out to Jasmine and Leah, your daughters, and Eric, your father, as well as Akeisha's mom, Geraldine, who are all here today, as well as your daughter, Andrea, who isn't here because she's off at college studying hard, biology and pre-med. Pretty impressive. But let there be no doubt, this is a historic moment in naval aviation. Welcome to you and your family to the AirPac team. I'm humbled to be here today and to be a part of this. Congratulations again to everyone who played a role in getting us to this point. I thank you. And I'm proud of what you have accomplished, and I'm reminded that we are all part of a larger naval team, and you are all helping that team realize the future today. May God bless all who serve our beloved country. May God bless our families and loved ones who also serve and provide us the confidence we need to conduct our missions. May God bless the United States of America, which is and forever shall be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.